Okay, hi everyone. I had a little time to kill today, so I thought I would play some retro video chess for the Texas Instruments TI-99 for a home computer. So let's load it up. Just gonna check the stream, make sure it looks good. Oh yeah, we're looking good. Okay. I kind of forget what the options are here. Let's play a beginner game. Okay, this is kind of, there's no mouse clicking back in the day, so you have to type in your moves. So I'm gonna start by going D2 to D4. There we go. I don't know how hard the beginner level is. So let's see, how about E2 to E3. I'm not that good at chess, actually, so we'll see how I do here. I never did beat my dad at chess. He used to enjoy studying chess when he was younger, but I never got that great at it, honestly. Okay, let's see here. F2 to F4. Mm-hmm. Oh, I only have a certain amount of time to make moves, I guess. Oh, no, I guess not. It's just counting upward. Okay. So, what do I want to do? How about, let's get that knight out of there. G1 to F3. I love that it's taking time to think. There's an artificial delay built in as if you're playing against a real player. Which is nice, actually, because, you don't want chess to be rushed. I'm more of a casual chess player, not a tournament chess player. Interesting, the castle right off the bat. So let's be bold here. Let's get this bishop out. F1 to C4. Okay, so we didn't anticipate that. Let's see, C4 to B3. Let's back off just a little bit. I don't recall if there's an option for tournament play where you have a limited amount of time. Okay, let's see. D1 to D3. Get our queen out there. Be bold. This is my first time streaming in the chess category, and it's fun. Maybe I'll do it regularly. Try different chess programs and whatnot, like retro chess programs. I like retro chess games. I don't care about the latest and the greatest anything. Well, I can't capture that bishop. I could go up here, but then they're just going to scare me away. I think we'll just back off a little bit here. D3 to C3. I anticipate a lot of backseat chess drivers at a certain point. Everyone knows chess better than I do. Okay. Well, there's not much I can do here. I can, well, let's go back to C3 to D3. Not that that really helps me much. I wonder if it's possible to get stuck in a loop, like if it, you know, I'm back to where I was, if the horse backs off and then decides to back forward again. I wonder. Oh, yeah, see, it didn't do that. I'm going to have to back off here. Drat. See, I'm really not that great at chess. Okay, D3 to D1. Let's just back off altogether and see if we can capture some of these pieces now. I wonder how many people are going to discover this, the fact that I'm streaming on the chess category now. I used to play this game a lot, though, when I was a kid. I was never that good at it, but I was really little. I mean, this came out in 1979 when I was 1 year old, and I had this into the early 80s, and this was just a plug-in cartridge for this computer, and I used to play it quite a bit. Not a ton, but quite a bit. Just one of the games I had, you know. Okay, so let's put a little pressure on here. Let's go F3. Let's move this knight to G5. Putting the pressure on. Okay, that's kind of as expected, isn't it? So, let's see what the computer's willing to risk. So let's go G5 to H3. See if he's willing to sacrifice that that bishop. He's thinking real hard about it. Nope. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Um. So now we should be able to take this queen. So let's go D1 to G4. Oh, it might come down here and grab this pawn. That's what I would do. Take its bishop and come down here and capture this pawn at G2. Oh, no. It's going a different direction. Okay. Check. I am in check. Drat. Well, I'd say my... I gotta get out of check, but I'd say my rook over here is all but gone. So let's just get this king out of the way. E1 to D1. Of course, you know, it's immediately going to capture that rook at A1. Like I say, I'm not that great at chess, so maybe someone would look at this and go, oh my god, 10 mistakes already. 14 mistakes on move 14. Yeah, see. Well, at least I can do something. I can take this, my bishop at B3, and at least capture some sort of piece here. I can get that pawn at D5. Oh, but I didn't. I just noticed there's a bishop right there. See, this is the problem. I'm also not used to looking at these chess pieces. I know that's an excuse, but it's been a while since I've looked at a chessboard this retro. Yeah, right. See, that was a mistake. I'm really not doing too well here, am I? So let's get this knight out. B1 to C3. Oh, I see someone's watching. Hello. Thanks for tuning in. No promises. I'm not that great at chess. I just thought I'd play some vintage video chess, which was a cartridge for the Texas Instruments TI-99 4A home computer when I was a kid. So this is really the first chess program I used to play, circa 1980, 1981, 1982, and I was really little, maybe a little bit older than that. But we had this computer system pretty early when I was growing up. Well, we don't want to sacrifice this queen. So let's just back off a hair, I guess. So g4 to g3. Also, apologies if I don't see any comments right away. I only have one monitor set up right now, so it's hard to keep an eye on the chat and the chess game. So if you comment, I will see it eventually. Putting the pressure on. Let's just back off a hair more. G3 to F3. That way, at least if it tries to capture that pawn at E3, I've got it. I have no idea what chess algorithm this uses behind the scenes, none whatsoever. It can't be a very sophisticated one, but I don't know. It doesn't take much in the way of a sophisticated chess program to beat me at chess. Well, I think I can probably... Well, I really don't have much going on here. Let's get this, let's just put a little pressure on F3. Rather than capturing that rook, let's get up in their business here. Let's take it to C6. At least now we're on the offensive, finally. You know, I love these old games. It's amazing what you can do with minimalism. This is it wasn't as like unpowerful as the TRS-80 or anything, but it was a colorful, simple computer system back in the day. I learned a lot about programming and about game development and even educational content, which I do for a living, from this computer system. It's a good, well done system. Well, I'm really having trouble here with this this game though. C6. Let's just back it off to A4. I don't know. Do most chess programs have a delay built in like that for realism nowadays? I have no idea. I know my queen is on the run here, but oh, I just moved right in the path of that queen. It's going to take my queen. That wasn't. I meant to kind of come down here. Oops. To B3 is where I mentally thought I was going, and I hit A3. Oh no, decided not to take the... Wow, okay. Interesting. Thought my queen was gone for sure. Well, let's get some pieces out here. Let's get our other rook, H1. Let's bring that out to E1. They've got me on the run a little too much this game. Gotta put some pressure on. Okay, let's this little pawn arrangement that I have here on D through F. That is messing with my ability to get things happening here. So I'm gonna, oops, oh, did I just skip a move? Are you allowed to skip a move? I must have. Oh, it moved for me. I see. It's like if it can recommend a move if you don't know what to do. I see. Okay, well, it's not what I was gonna do, but it works. Oh wait, move 23 black. Did I switch sides or something? Okay, what happened here? Enter move. I'm gonna. That's weird. Oh yeah, okay. I'm black now apparently. That's so weird. I didn't intend for that to happen. Okay, that I feel like I'm cheating now because I get to control the enemy. But let's go B6 to B5. But I didn't mean to do that, so I don't know how to go back to. That's so weird. I didn't realize you could switch sides like that. It's so weird. Okay, H. I might just restart this. I'm losing this game anyway. And now I'm all messed up because I switched sides without realizing it. So yeah, let's just restart. I know that feels like a cop-out, but I'm totally doing it. Video chess. I love this intro. It was very compelling and cute when I was a little kid. Let's see. Let's skip the beginner game. Let's choose a game type. Beginner, novice, and intermediate. Okay, let's not pony punches. Let's go intermediate here. Enter time. 30 to 200 seconds. It's like time per move, I guess. Style of play. Normal, aggressive, or defensive. Let's go aggressive. I will play white. Okay, now we're in a much more aggressive game, apparently. Okay, that's fine. D2 to D4. Let's do it. Oh, the moves are a lot faster, too. So let's see. E2 to E3. I guess it's still taking its time to think. Again, I think this delay is just artificially built in. Computers weren't that slow even back then. I love the computers as my move. Like it's the computers are not my move. The player's move. My move. The computer's move. That's a long delay built in. It's like you're playing against some grandmaster 3 moves in, thinking 100 moves ahead. I'm curious how long it's going to make us wait here. I don't think it's stuck. The timer's still going. I could try hitting enter. No, it doesn't do anything. There we go. Okay, finally we have a move. That was a long delay. Okay, so let's put a little pressure on. Let's go G2 to G4. There's no way it's going to take this, but you never know. Like to test the waters a little bit, see if it takes the bait. I always like the design of these pieces too. I mean, because the resolution was pretty low in this game. You know, it had pixels that were pretty large and chunky. You can kind of see the size of the pixels, and did a good job making, you know, fairly interesting looking chess pieces given the low resolution. I guess in terms of like the chess playing experience, I care a little more about the design of the overall game than I do about the actual chess play, if that makes any sense. I noticed that the border on the bottom and on the right is less than the border on the left and top. That must be intentional. It must be to make it seem a little 3D, like you're looking at it from an angle or something. I don't really know what's going on there. Interesting choice, though. But if you're going to make it look 3D, why not add a little, you know, three-dimensional, you know, isometric looking, you know, 3D, a third dimension to it. You know, add a couple extra lines and box it in a little bit. There we go. Yeah, take that, buddy. Back off. Get out of my neighborhood. Okay. We're going to come out strong in the offensive here. F1, we're going to take this bishop out, and even though there's no way to win at this point, we can at least put a little pressure on. F1 to B5. See what it does to defend. You know, it's going to move a pawn. It's going to move a pawn out, or is it going to move that bishop? It's going to move the queen forward. Could move that rook out to, or knight out to defend. You really got to think about this one, apparently. I wonder if it's brute force moving through some different permutations, or you know how it's working at this point for such an old chess game. So this is from 1979. It was fun to have a color computer system in 1979. I mean, a lot of computers were still black and white, like the TRS-80s that were in the classroom that I had in kindergarten. Those were monochrome. And the year after that, I had Apple IIs in the classroom. And those were color, of course. So. Well, at least I've got to think in here. Might take a minute. Thank you again to whoever's watching. You know, I don't know how interesting this really is. I just like checking out these old retro games from time to time. That's what I would have done if I were black. Let's keep the pressure on though. Let's just back that bishop off a little bit. So B5 to A4. That way, if it moves that pawn, that king's in check. I know the waiting for the computer's riveting streaming. I doubt too many people have streamed this this chess game on Twitch though. Highly recommend it. It's a cool little cute game, even though you have to type in the moves. So what? Helps you learn, you know, the abbreviations for the or the designations for the squares on the board. Get a little spoiled nowadays being able to click and drag everything, you know. Sometimes old school is the best way. I always wanted to, I'm a ham radio operator and I always wanted to try playing chess like Morse code, like sending moves via Morse code to each other. There must be some ham radio operators who play chess that way. There must be. Okay. So he's clearly concerned about defending this king, which is good. Maybe we can keep him occupied with that. Let's get this. I don't know actually. What do I want to do from here? Okay, I'm gonna get one of these knights out. Let's go G1 to F3. Oh no, then there's nothing. No, let's not do that. I don't know how to back up here. Oh, I did it anyway. See, that's the problem. I don't know all the keys. The keys on the original. That's okay. Now it's going to take this drat. It's going to take this pawn. That's what I would do. The keys on the original computer keyboard for the system do not correspond to the keys on the keyboard here. I'm sure I could key map them maybe through this emulator, but I haven't done that, and I don't know what the backspace was. So, oops. So I got to be really judicious about typing in a move. I know it was possible to back up and change your mind. Yeah, it's totally going to take this pawn at G4. I'd be very, very surprised if it doesn't do that. It's really making me wait for it, though. I spent 7 minutes on a move so far, and I've spent 2 minutes and 21 seconds. I said 7 hours, 7 minutes. When I said hours. Okay, here we go. Oh wow, I did not take it. Okay. How weird. Could have sworn it was going to take my pawn at G4. That's what I would have done, I think. But it's going after my more valuable pieces, and it's got a chance to put a little pressure on. So, well, we got to just back off because I'm not going to sacrifice my bishop for a pawn. So, A4 to B3. Now it might go after that pawn. If anyone knows more about chess algorithms and what this program was likely to use as an algorithm, or how it's going about it, I'd love to know the details on that. At the time, there must have been fairly common chess algorithms for early computer systems, I would think. I'm sure they've gotten more sophisticated now with brute force computing at play. The brute force option was not an option in 1979. Too many possibilities, computers too slow. So it had to cheat a little bit in terms of how it makes its decisions. Yep, as predicted, there goes that pawn. Drat, because that was based on a mistake of mine. I knew better, too. Alright, so I can move this knight, but what I can do is get this rook, get that bishop out of here. So let's see, h1 to g1. Get out of my house. Out of my neighborhood. Or it will sacrifice itself, which seems extremely unlikely. I don't know where it'll back off to. It might back off to h5 and try to keep the pressure on that knight in hopes of capturing my queen. Or it might just get out of dodge and go to f5 or e6, one of the other. I guess it could conceivably move a pawn down and try to capture my rook if I capture the bishop, but I don't think that's likely. I feel like I should be playing the Jeopardy theme music here. Okay, so it is gonna test my call my bluff here on capturing that bishop. I'm not gonna do that though. I'm going to. Let's open up the scene a little bit here. Let's get this pawn out of the way. h2 to h4. It is not going to take that knight, I predict. What I don't like about this though is, if I move my queen out, I'm going to lose that knight. And if I don't move the queen out, my queen is kind of locked here. So I might have to move the queen out and sacrifice that knight, which I hate to do. I'm doing better at this game though, I think, compared to the previous game, even though it's supposedly a more aggressive game. I came out stronger, I think, in this one. A little out of practice. I haven't really played chess in a while. Not that I was ever very good. Like I said, I never beat my dad at chess. He would not go easy on me. I always like the color scheme of this too, the cyan and blue, cyan and white chessboard. I like it. It's a nice design. To me, it was pleasing to the eye. Well, what to do? What to do? Even though this is strictly speaking not the right thing to do, I'm going to do it anyway. Oop, I meant to type in G1. Okay. Okay, there we go. G1, G4. I'm going to do it. Too much of a stalemate here. And even if I sacrifice a piece, I got to move things forward. Otherwise, the computer is nickel and diming my control of the board here. inching up on me, which I wasn't happy with. I'd be very surprised if it doesn't take the bait here. Bait, if it doesn't take my knight, or rook, I mean. It's really quite the delay they programmed in. I don't know why they thought a delay would be more fun than just playing the game. On the other hand, it's nice to feel like you've really stumped the computer. So from a psychological standpoint, I actually like the long delays. Like, I'm doing well here, but the moves are a little predictable. Okay, well, let's get that knight out of the way now. There's nothing keeping it there anymore. So let's go F3, and we're going to just move it up to... I'm going to move it up to G5 in desperate hope that that queen will take it, but it's not going to do that, so never know. It'd be nice if it did, then I could take that queen with my pawn, which would be an awesome little move, but I presume the algorithm is a little smarter than that. I got to dismantle its little network of pawns here from row or file B through E. I'd like to start picking them off one by one, but not sure the best way to do that yet. I think the Atari system also had a game called Video Chess that is a totally different game. It's unrelated to this game, but both called Video Chess. I don't know why it was important to call it Video Chess as opposed to just chess. It's obvious it's going to be on a screen, right? It's a computer system. I guess maybe at the time it wasn't obvious. Okay, so it did not take my knight. I was hoping it would. I really don't have much I can do with that knight right now. But let's get this queen out of here. D1, and rather than taking that knight, let's just keep the pressure on a little bit at F3. I'm pleased with the way this is going so far. My performance on the last game that I didn't complete was pretty bad, and I seem to be holding my own here for a hot minute anyway. I know just enough programming where I might be able to take a stab at programming a chess game. Um, Not the algorithm, of course. I don't know anything about chess algorithms, but I could probably learn one easily enough to plug in and make it work. I'd love to try that, actually. Interesting. Okay. Interesting, interesting. I would not have guessed that. Hmm. Well, I can't risk my queen being taken by another queen, so let's f3. We're going to move this to g3, and I got an idea here. I'm hoping I can get this queen up to rank 7 up there, because then I can put a little pressure on that if I can figure out a way to capture that rook eventually. There's nothing guarding it right now, so if I can get up there, I might be able to move it over, capture that rook, and boom, probably start to do some damage. Maybe. We'll see what it does. Yeah, it's amazing. In playing this chess game, I very seldom play computer chess games. Makes me realize how much I love the tactile connection to the pieces while playing chess. I miss it. The abstraction doesn't bother me. I just miss the feel of the pieces in my hand. It feels more sophisticated. Also, I've been told that I've mastered the psychology of chess, like in the sense of like I'll make a move and I'll sit back and sip my tea, looking smugly like I'm satisfied with my move. Interesting. Okay. So, what are our options here? I think we should try what I suggested. There's not a lot of pressure on my pieces. Let's get this queen from g3 up to c7. And two more moves, if the computer doesn't defend, I could have that king in check. Move the queen over to b7, capture that rook at a8, and there's not a lot that can interfere unless it has some idea of what I plan to do. But I don't think the algorithm is going to see that that's what's on my radar right now. It might take its queen at f6 and capture my pawn at f2, which would put me in check, and I couldn't kill the queen because I would still be in check from that knight. So I predict that it's going to take its queen and capture that pawn at f2. That's what I would do. Or vice versa. Could take its knight and capture my pawn at f2 just as well. Just as good, as they say. Yep, that's what I would have done. So, okay, now I'm in check. I'm in real trouble here now. There's really only one option, so I have to get this king out of the way. So e1. The only place I can go is d1. So I don't like this because it's it's going to take its queen and move it down and put me in check again. That's what I would do. Keep the pressure on. Which I hate. I want to be in the clear here. Good news is I can probably get away if that's what it tries. I've got a little escape path. I can take my king and move it forward to the left all the way around if I have to. So I could give chase, but I could evade it for a little while. If I do that, my bishop is in real danger though at c1. But that may be the only option I have. I think what I would do if I were the computer, I would move it. Yeah, I would just go down to f1, put me in check. That's what I would do. I'd like to think that if anyone's browsing through the chess channel on Twitch and sees this, it's such a quaint looking old game that would capture. Wow, I would not have guessed that that's what it would do. Okay, I am having a really hard time understanding the MO here because I can put the computer in check right now, and if I do that, it might defend with that bishop at e7. I think I need to stick with my original plan, even though it's a couple more moves. I get no advantage if it does that. So let's go c7. It's a weird move for it to do it. It had such pressure on me. Okay, it is what it is. c7 to b7. And then hopefully we can clean house here. I mean, it's going to put me in check. I'm really surprised it didn't put me in check just then. You know, sometimes the programmers program intentional mistakes in, right? They're going to make you can't whip your butt every single time. Wouldn't be any fun then. Oh, I think Susan is home with some lunch for me, so I might have to forfeit this game after all. We'll see. No.
We didn't have to say it. The girl, she knew. The Macy. So, the younger girl, one that's still in college. Okay. Thank you. So it was a surprise for you. So you can eat.
Hi, my love.
I'm streaming some chess. I didn't realize you were going to be home quite so soon. So. I will
Steak sandwich. You want me to put it in the kitchen?
Yeah, I'll be out in just a minute. I'm going to finish this up and I'll be out in a minute. Okay, we're going to see if this strategy works. If it doesn't work, I might just forfeit the game and go eat my lunch. We'll see here. So B2 to A. Oh, I'm in check. It's going to illegal move. Right, I'm in check, so I can't do that. Okay, I'm not going to miss the chance to shake up the situation. So C1 to E3. I know I'm sacrificing a piece. We'll see if it what it decides to do. It's probably going to capture that bishop, but you never know. Oh, bless you, Dinah. Cat Dinah just sneezed. This is where the delay is really annoying. I want the game to speed up a little bit. Got lunch waiting for me, and this is not as important as lunch in the grand scheme of things. So, anyways,
What does it take, like 9 months?
there's one person watching. If you're interested in trying this game out, it's download the Classic 99 emulator for the TI-99 4A, and then it comes with some cartridge ROMs built in, and this is one of the ROMs built in. Super easy to load up.
And then we got married March 22nd. So you figure out how to do that, but yeah. And then Mike was born 1980, and that was all in 1980, and Uncle Mike was born December of 1980. Oh, whoa. So we met in February, got married March.
Okay, that's what I knew it would do. So this is great because now I can test my theory. So B7 to A8. Boom. Okay, now the system's in real danger here. So I can start cleaning house on its pieces.
That's always something, because if Matt's the cosmetician, you can always go back and get that license and do that. But at this point, even
So what would I do if I were the computer? I would probably preemptively block my attack with its bishop. I'd move from E7 to D8 if I were the computer. Or I might just go ahead and capture my knight at G5. Could conceivably put me in check, though, as well. I could move its queen from E3 to F3. No, that wouldn't work. I've got my knight there. So, yeah, see what it does. Or maybe could go from E3 to G1 and attack from a distance. It wouldn't be a terrible move either. Interesting, okay. Oh, it knows what I'm up to, see? It knows what I'm doing.
This guy I follow on Instagram, the main reason I started following him is he's gay, and him and his husband.
Let's capture this pawn. A8, A7. That takes a little bit of the pressure off. It might change its mind, in which case I could go back and grab that knight. It might think I've given up. Insofar as it can understand intentionality. It's funny we attribute such things to computers. Also need to kind of work on my stream layout for this. I'm not really happy with the way it's set up. I mean, it's fine to have a little picture of the computer system there, but I could decrease the width of my camera and just put myself on the left there. That'd be okay. It'd be pretty narrow. I wouldn't be able to move around very much. I do need a place for the chat, which is in the top left right now. But I haven't been able to find an overlay that I like with this aspect ratio. It probably exists, I just haven't found it. Okay, this is great. Oh no, it's gonna... Well, that didn't really work as expected. But you know what I could do? Let's go from A7 to B6. See if it thinks I've given up. I'm only going to give this a couple more minutes. I'm not so invested in this that I want to skip out on a warm watch. So, I'll come back and try this again now that I've got it set up to stream these TI-99 4A games. I really need to start bringing my other pieces into play. I just don't have any good option for getting that bishop out. My rook is kind of buried in there, and I could bring my knight out, I suppose. But I don't have anything to really do with it. You know, wherever I move it out, this network of pawns from B through E by black is causing me some grief. Wow. Okay, so this kind of ruins my plans. Okay. On that note, I'm gonna forfeit. I'm gonna go eat my lunch, and I will be back. I was really curious if that approach would work, and it didn't. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Sorry to leave you disappointed if you were really invested in this game, watching me play. But do come back because I will stream this one again. I do enjoy playing this chess game. Everyone have a good day.